Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video on World of Tanks Blitz, and today we are going to talk about a lot of things. I know that these days I'm not necessarily too active since I stopped making content just to make content, and I apologize for this, but to be honest with you, having to do a video every day on a tank that I already talked about at least 5 times, yeah, it starts to get on my nerves. So instead of doing this, I'm just going to focus on Blitz videos when they are needed, and it's in fact the case today. Because, well, with the 9.0 update, beside the new Japanese tank that will be implemented, we have a lot of changes at tier 10 going on, and especially concerning the AMX50B and the AV4005, but we'll talk about that later. Basically, what Wargaming wants to do, and they announced it on their Discord server, is that they are implementing a full-scale adjustments for tier 10, and it's for the 9.1 update, not the 9.0, my apologies. And basically they want to truly make tank stay into their role. What I mean by that is that some tanks parameters are way too strong, which allows them to be too versatile. I'm gonna take the best example out there, which is, in my opinion, the T62A. This tank, which is supposed to be a medium, is able to do anything. You want a spot, you can get a T62A. You want to tank some shells, you just put it in all down, and you have the possibility of destroying anything and blocking the advance of whatever is in front of you. You need to circle, you have the mobility, etc, etc. Which means that within the years that World of Tanks Blitz developed, everyone started to spam those tanks, especially the mediums that are the most versatile out there. And Wargaming tends to be pissed off by that simply because it means that the replays and all the games are the exact same. People are going to play broken tanks in order to have broken statistics, which is going to disgust all other players trying a different playstyle. And, well, on the long term, you lose players, and Wargaming said stop. We don't know yet the list of all the changes at tier 10. All we know, and that has been confirmed by Wargaming, is that all those tanks will be different. Not a single tier 10 will keep its statistics intact, which is going to be a quite interesting new update, since it's totally gonna revolutionize how we see tier 10 and what tanks are meta or not. And basically, we can already imagine what they're going to do if we take tanks, and especially tier 10 class by class. When it comes to the light tanks, they're going to lower the DPM, increase the spotting range, plus maybe minimizing the number of hit points they have, plus the armor profile, especially on the Sheridan, which is just a big bouncy box thanks to its spaced armor, and the T100 lights that has so small turret that it's really easy to bounce it off. Now, for the mediums, they're probably going to start working on the turret armor, maybe lowering it down a little bit, and why not maybe increase the DPM at one cost, which is the penetration. For the heavies, they're obviously gonna just increase the armor and maybe the hit points, even if they already did the hit points, so it's probably going to be only the armor profile. And finally, the tank destroyer, maybe they are gonna either increase the DPM of all of those by increasing the alpha damage, or reducing the DPM but increasing the alpha damage. Maybe we're going to get something close to what we have in World of Tanks PC, with, instead of having 640 alpha damage per shot, maybe having something like 740. I don't know yet. This is pure speculation because nothing has been confirmed by Wargaming yet. But what do we know? Because yes, they confirmed some stuff. First of all, the AMX50B is going to get 4 shells in a clip. This is just wide, knowing that the T57 Heavy will not get the same treatment, which means that the 50B is probably going to shine again, because nowadays, thanks to the new HG profile of the T57 Heavy, I saw that a lot of people seem to like this tank a little bit more, which is logical because it does the exact same thing as a 50B, but in a better way, especially when you are not a pro player. The second tank that it will receive 4 shells is the AV4005. To be fair with you, I was kind of shocked when I first knew about that, simply because it doesn't feel like it's needed on that tank. It's already a great tank by itself, but giving it another shell, god damn, this is literally going to be a WT Alf E100 at tier 10 into World of Tanks Blitz. We also have some smaller things to notice, especially the 50M losing its APCR shells for AP1, which means that it's going to be difficult, more difficult to penetrate space armor, but the DPM will get higher and the accuracy and single shot damage are slightly decreased, which is going probably to make the 50M having a 310 alpha damage gun for something that will probably reload in 4 or 5 seconds. Now, the T100 Light terrain crossing capacities are getting better, hit points and DPM and hull armor are getting worse. Wargaming is nerfing hard the T100 Light simply because they know that this tank is pissing off a lot of players. Literally all YouTubers told you that it was gonna happen, that the T100 Light was too strong, and now we have the confirmation that Wargaming thinks the same. And finally, the T95E6 top speed and DPM are increased, turret cheeks armor gets slightly weakened. To be fair with you, I did not understand why they turn around the turret cheeks. Maybe that they want to make the T95E6 more of a medium than a heavy tank, which is normal because everyone will tell you that you have to play it this way. So yeah, those changes are quite epic in my opinion, and we will have to wait for the 9.1 update to be implemented to see if yes or no they are going to be effective. But waiting for it, let's take a look at the 50B. I will talk about the FV4005 with its 4th shell, but later, maybe in a video that will be out tomorrow, simply because I feel like this is going to be the major difference. The FV4005 is gonna shine again. In my opinion, it always shined, but the fact that it doesn't have any armor makes it difficult for most players to use it correctly. But there we go, let's not bother and start bullying people right now. Unfortunately, that WZ is trying to get off. Maybe we're gonna be able to destroy him. No, I can't penetrate. It's too angled, and on top of that, if I'm not mistaken, it received a buff. But it's kind of weird to see a tier 8 tank in a tier 10 match. Not a problem. Let's continue the bullying. So here we should have 4 shell when the tank is going to be released in the 9.0 update. I think that Wargaming will also for sure touch the reload time. They're not gonna give you one more free shell without giving you a downside or something like that. Otherwise, it would probably make this tank totally broken. But yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna wait for it. Come on, WZ, show your ugly ass. He doesn't want to? No, he doesn't want to. And I missed. So in the end, I took a shot for nothing. And props to the WZ that managed to get a clear shot on my cupola. It's kind of rare these days. Okay, I'm not gonna bother. As you can see, I'm alone. Even if you have 4 shells in the magazine, this tank is definitely not made to tank shots. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna try to go as far as possible. They are splitted. We know that they're splitted. So we're gonna use that split to our advantage. Now, of course, there is one question that I'm curious about. Will you guys play more the 50B because of its 4th shell or not? Because actually it's one of the main questions we need to answer. It's kind of important to know if this is going to be effective already without the tank having the 4th shell yet. Because, of course, if Wargaming does that, it's because they saw that there is a lack of people playing this game. And this tank specifically. But we will see how it goes for us. So come on, can we get shots? I don't want to get pushed too hard or anything like that. I'm gonna wait for my teammates, but unfortunately for me, the WZ is going to take an all-down position probably. You know what? I'm gonna bully the Krantwagen first. If I manage to sneak around and get my shell straight, I'm afraid of the... Oh no, he's not here. Perfect. Okay, there we go. We're gonna go for some HE. 1 HE, 2 HE, 3 HE to finish him off. Yes, perfect. Now we're gonna hide again, and even if we took a couple of shells, we are still in the game. But just imagine, right now, I should have a 4th shell. I could have been able to bully that poor WZ111 GFT. And this is exactly what we're gonna do, even if we only have 2 shells in the magazine. So come on, there we go. We sneak 1. We are taking it, but he bounces because he goes on my lower plate, which is impenetrable for most tank. 3rd shot. and bang, he is out. 4k damage, 2 kills, and that's the 50B for you all. But with the new update, this thing is gonna pack some serious advantages. I don't know, maybe it's going to be a little bit broken. I guess that Wargaming is gonna work on something to nerf it on top of that, because they can't just give it 4 shells in the magazine and keep it at where is the reload time? At 18.6 seconds of reload. Impossible. You're probably gonna get something like, I don't know, maybe like 23, 24 seconds of reload for the whole clip, and you on top of that need to add 3 seconds of reload for the whole clip, since you're gonna have 1 more shell. So in total it's gonna take you 9 seconds to release 4 times 400 damage, so 1.6k damage in 9 seconds. It's going to be devastating, because it's literally taking the gun of the Heavy 405, putting it on the AMX 50B, and call that a mobile heavy tank. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. Now, of course, I'm not gonna bother you too much with this. I just wanted to highlight those main changes. I'm gonna do the same for the Heavy 405, because here the difference is truly going to be wide, and I really want to do some prevention on people to tell them, buy the Heavy 405. It's the time has come. Even if you don't like it, buy it right now, because of course this is going to be a test for Wargaming. They are going to give 4 shells to the 50B, 4 shells to the Heavy 405. They're probably going to wait 4-5 updates before seeing how it properly worked. Is it too broken? Is it not enough? Or things like that. And of course, when they will have gathered all the data, they are going to take a decision. Keep the 4 shells, or get back to what we had previously and staying at 3 shells. But within those 5 updates of delay, so approximately 5 months, it's going to be the peak of the MX-50B and the Heavy 405, so you definitely want to have both in your garage. So yeah, tell me what you think about the 9.1 update. In my opinion, it's going to be even more interesting than the 9.0 update, because yes, the 0.0 updates are always bringing some new mechanics and things like that. And here on top of the Japanese heavies, we also have HD maps, and especially Castilla. And you know what? There is something that I want to show you for the end of the video. For the sake of it, I'm gonna show you where is Blitz post. Why can't I find Blitz post? Why am I retarded like this? God damn it, Blitz post, where are you? You know what? I don't need to go to Blitz post. I can just go to my server and go straight to where is it? What be updates? Yeah, there we go. And here you see that they are also working on HD maps, because for the 9.0 update, you see that they're adding a lot of details. The shadow is better, the buildings are better, the graphics are better. Even if, in my opinion, there are some things that are lost. For example, here the road in the 8.10 update, in my opinion, is better than the one we have in the 9.0. But you have plenty of how can I say that, of proofs that they are currently working really hard to get us new maps. And of course, it's going to change a lot of things, because not only are they putting those maps in HD, they are also changing a little bit. For example, this position that is taking with its T100 light in the 9.0 update, it's going to be a much better position where you can effectively hold your ground. So it seems like Wargaming decided to take all the special positions and put them as real positions, those hidden positions, because right at first, when you're a newbie and you see this, you don't think, yeah, this is the spot, this is a good position. But when you see this, you're thinking, yeah, it's kind of a good position. I might give it a try. So it's cool to see that Wargaming, through the maps, are trying to improve the gameplay and telling newbies, hey, you need to go there. So thumbs up for that. Thank you, Wargaming. And well, I'm not gonna bother you any longer, guys. I just wanted to talk about that because in my opinion, it's quite interesting. Tell me what you think about this in the comments. And I'm gonna see you soon for a new video on the Heavy 405, because in my opinion, this is going to be the biggest change ever. So if you enjoyed, you know what to do, and I'm gonna see you soon for a new one. Bye.